Hey there guys, welcome to another episode of Rock Plays. Today I got something to talk about that I'm really frustrated about. I watched this almost full episode of the new Ninja Turtles that Nickelodeon had posted on YouTube for free, and I assume they're posting it early because it doesn't come out until September. And I believe the reason they did this is to test the audience to see how they would react. I, for one, am not impressed. I hate where cartoons are going nowadays, with everybody drawing like Steven Universe type of style. And for Steven Universe, that works just fine. That cartoon is great in its own right. It's got a great story, and the art style works for what that is. But everything else, like Teen Titans, which is now coming back, I hear, which is awesome. I hope the Teen Titans show is as good as I remembered it. Teen Titans Go being its replacement was not the best. I don't hate Teen Titans Go. I like it for what it is, which is just a satiristic humor. The whole time, every episode, it's funny in its own right. It's episodic. There's nothing really overarching going on in that story. With non-serious cartoons, I could see how that would be an attractive style to go for, but with the Ninja Turtles, there's something particular about the Ninja Turtles that I, for one, when I grew up with the Ninja Turtles, there was a good balance between goofy sense of humor and overarching story. The overarching story being with Shredder and, you know, having to deal with him and the history between him and Splinter, and having to deal with the fact that Splinter was, you know, the master back in the day. Human turned rat. You know what I mean? And obviously that's not part of the traditional story, but I like the original 80s cartoon. I was a huge fan. When it went into the 90s and it jumped onto CBS, I watched that all the time. That being said, 2 days ago, I watched this travesty where the Turtles are no longer, they're just funny for funny's sake, and they're no longer skillful. And that is what kills the series for me. So we're going to go ahead and take a look so you guys can see what I am talking about.
And Leon's got it.
How'd you get it?
You know he always passes out after milking cake.
A few hours ago, I would have called this foolish and impossible. Now I just call it foolish.
Say what you want, Donnie. Raph will pull it off. Because if he doesn't, we'll lose our best friend forever.
Mikey, don't say that. You know he chokes under pressure.
Leo, he's even more self-conscious when you talk about it.
And then you can smell his fear.
Stop talking about my fear stink!
If I could pause it here, I would. I don't know how to pause within Streamlabs. This just goes on and on and on, and it's this kind of senseless nonsense.
How about we let the artist of the crew take a poke at it?
I say give him a shot. I mean, he can't do any worse, respectfully.
Hey.
Oh, man.
You beautiful fools. It worked!
All I had to do was believe in myself.
Okay, what do we do now?
Cannonball!
So here's a question. How did we go from 80s Turtles, here's a look at them, 80s Turtles, right, to mid-90s Turtles, early Millennium Turtles, these guys right here, right? And the Millennial Turtles, which was a great show in and of its own right. It was CG'd, but the story was great. They had an overarching story that was fantastic. And for as long as that show lasted, that show was great as well. These guys right here, these guys were awesome. And this was part of the crossover between the 80s Turtles and today Turtles. How did we go from three great series? Is that how you say plural series? Anyways, how did we go from three great series to what we got here?
And Leon's got it.
How'd you get it?
You know he always
How?
passes out
Why?
after milking
Like,
cake.
what was the purpose? What is Nickelodeon thinking when it came to making this? Look at Splinter. Splinter's a fat, lazy, disgusting slob. He is not a master. He is not wise. He's not training them. He's not giving them, you know, hints on how to deal with anger, with control, with seriousness, and with an overabundance of smartness that gives you such a huge ego that you have to deal with that. Nothing. He is a disgusting, fat, gross rat, and I feel like this right here is a slap to the face to anybody that really likes the Ninja Turtles, whether they were from the 80s, mid-90s, to the Millennial Turtles. They each had a great story in and of their own right. This right here is trash. It disgraces the Turtles for who they are. It destroys Splinter's reputation and any skills that they might have had. There's a scene where Michelangelo beats himself up with his nunchucks a million times over while he's fighting somebody. There's a scene where Leonardo is trying to backflip and falls on his face. There's a scene where Raphael is like ninja mode and they go into the shadows and then the camera pans around and it shows them hiding behind some scaffolding that's like this thin. It is ridiculous. Mikey's the smart one instead of Donnie. Donnie is ridiculous and he's just there to crack stupid jokes. It doesn't make any sense. This is gross. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. If you also do not like this and do not agree with it, make sure you smash that like button, destroy that subscribe button, and come here more often for more stuff like this, because I'm sure that this isn't the last of the new cartoons that are coming that are coming that are not that's not going to be as impressive as the original stuff. You know, people are trying to remake all this stuff. Rugrats is coming back. I don't know if that's going to be any good. Rocko's Modern Life is coming back. I don't know if that's going to be any good. She-Ra's coming back, and from the models, the design choices are off the wall disgusting, so I don't know if that's going to be any good. I gotta take a breath. Cartoons aren't that serious, but they all hold a special place in my heart, and it just goes to show that, like, something like cartoons that can take you out of what reality is right now, which is even crazier than some of the cartoons that I'm watching, it just goes to show that there are fans out there that would appreciate a little more respect when it comes to recreations or rebooting. They're remaking Buffy. I don't know if that's going to be any good. Joss Whedon is still attached to it, but it feels like he's being forced to do it. It doesn't feel like this is his decision. Also, Buffy is being replaced with a black woman, and nothing against a black woman. I'd be fine if Buffy was being played by Buffy, you know, her coming back as herself, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and having the black Slayer be a whole different Slayer. That just makes more sense to me. Why replace Buffy the Vampire Slayer with a girl, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, who is now black? How does that work? Did Sarah Michelle Gellar's spirit jump into the new actress? I don't know. I don't know how they're going to work it out. I hope the show works out in the end. I am a huge fan of Joss Whedon's stuff. So, yeah, that being said, I don't agree with any of this turtle crap that's going on right now, and nobody's made a video on how bad this episode is. It's not a trailer, it's a full-blown episode, and Nickelodeon isn't known to put episodes of stuff on YouTube just for free. You know what I mean? Especially this early. We're nowhere near September, and having been shown this, I feel like it's a disgrace. It's a travesty, and it should just stop. So if you agree with me, hit that like button. And as always, play like it's your last day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching Rock Plays. Peace out, guys.